Shea Adams, he's been getting tons of shots on target lately, tons of shots on goal. Great matchup here. Plus 145 to score anytime. One of my favorite forward plays on the slate this weekend. Alexis Mcallister, he's 7.3K for Brighton. Has a very high floor. Has also a very high ceiling. Gets a great matchup here. It's starting to get back from injury. I think he has 30-point potential, and I love 7.3K. Can shoot and assist equally, and should also send some crosses, and great play here. Lucas Denier, he is a defender for Aston Villa, Everton transfer. He's 6.4K on the slate. He is the crossing donkey here outside of the more expensive options. I think he's a great pivot off the two Liverpool guys. I think he gets a great matchup, obviously here with Watford, who's giving up one of the most crosses per game in the EPL. I think his third game off the transfer, I think it's a great spot for him, and I love the price, and I love the pivot off the two Liverpool guys. Yeah, so some final thoughts on lineup builds. This is the biggest main slate in terms of number of matches that we've had in a few weeks now, probably going back to Boxing Day. So you have plenty of options. Lots of big favorites on the slate. You have Liverpool, obviously, but then you have Arsenal, Brighton, Aston Villa, and Chelsea, who are all significant, minus 180, minus 200 favorites. So, some higher price players, especially in the goal. So, I think there's a lot of ways to go with your lineups. Liverpool obviously is going to be the main attraction here. You're going to want to get a couple guys in here. Personally, for me, I'm going to kind of pivot off the forwards and maybe look towards the defenders here. Salah, very expensive, but hasn't necessarily reached his value recently, especially domestically. He's probably going to need 2 goals to get that with his price and with the amount of options on the slate. I'm looking at Andy Robertson, probably my favorite Liverpool play. I also don't mind paying down for maybe like a Jordan Henderson or anything like that. So yeah, but definitely you're going to want to get some Liverpool on site, especially in your cash lineups. Personally, my favorite games to attack here are going to be Arsenal and Brighton. I think they're both going to have big performances here. They have some pretty good matchups. Both have been playing pretty well lately. I think especially from a fantasy aspect, 2 guys I'm looking at, Arsenal is going to be Emile Smith-Rowe, 8.2K, and obviously Alexis Mcallister, who I highlighted earlier. Both guys kind of due for a bounce back spot here. At forwards, there really isn't. There's Salah, and then there's a couple other options. I'm definitely going to be looking at Shea Adams, as I mentioned earlier, but then also I think you're going to have to take a chance on some GBP plays like, Lukaku, Ollie Watkins, guys who have good matchups that can score but haven't done much lately. Lacazette, especially for Arsenal, one guy I definitely wanted to mention. He's really, really settled in with the Aubameyang transfer, and I think he's going to score here. Seems to be a pretty good play. Defenders, plenty of expensive options here, but plenty of guys who can, do a ton of things from a defender spot. My favorites here obviously are going to be Lucas Denier, Andy Robertson. Then I'm going to go a little cheaper here. I'm going to look at Kyle Walker-Peters in Southampton. And then really besides goalie, I'm definitely paying up for goalie here. Don't really like any of the cheaper options, so you're going to want to pay up for goalie. And then just use the article, fill out your lineups, and good luck everyone.